Hey dudes, it's Andy here, and welcome back to another vlog. Today I'll be showing you guys one of my favorite engines in the world, the A4 Mallard. Now, the A4, it's a class of locomotives. These were built by Nigel Gresley for the LNER, or London or Northeastern Railway, in 1935. This was 4 years before World War II. This was a pre-war design. It was streamlined. Well, one of the most recognizable engines and my favorite engine is number 4468, the Mallard. It was named after a duck, but it's a good thing. This was my favorite engine. Also, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I can understand that. Comment down below your favorite steam engine. Also, what this book of trains says to read. I read about the Mallard, and it was practically. And here's a picture of one. This was the Upcounters Limited on the East Coast Main Line. This was after the war. In Grantham, Doncaster, and the North executing on the East Coast Main Line, the Calvers Limited. This was a non-stop service by the Flying Scotsman, leaving London and Edinburgh ahead of it. The fireman Gresley number A4 Stephen number 6009, Union of South Africa, is piling on the coal as the engine takes the raising grades to Hitchton up to Stevenage. A fine sight. A fine sight it is. This engine. Well, 35 of these engines were built to haul express trains, not freight trains. On East Coast. Also, this Spencer, Captain Thomas and friends, and was based off a Class A4. It was on the East Coast Main Line from London King's Cross to York by New York to Newcastle. Also, they remained in service until the 60s, and they were replaced by the Delta engines. There it is, the Class 55. It's kind of a big diesel. Sorry if my nose is stuffed up. Several A4s saw their remaining days until 1966 in Scotland, in Aberdeen, to Glasgow express trains, for which they were used to improve the time from 3.5 hours to 3 hours. H.N. Gresley. Sir Herbert Nigel Gresley. Between 1935 and 1938. It was 462 Pacific type. It was coal, apparently. And for service speeds, it's 90 miles per hour in regular service. Well, the recorded speed is 126.4. It was operated by the LNER and British Railways. Class is A4. Nicknamed the Street. Only 6 of them are preserved, and the remainder locomotives are scrapped. Now let's look at the design of it. The A4 Pacifics were designed for high-speed passenger services. The application of internal streamlining into the steam circuit, and back in those days, streamlining was all the rage in the 30s in the US, UK, and in Germany, because of the cross-territory volume, which I'll get that in a later video. Consumption of both coal and water were reduced. Now the record. Here's the plate. LNER on 3rd of July 1938, this locomotive obtained a world speed record for steam traction of 126 miles an hour.
Yeah, a little.
The first class to enter service this exhaust, this kill trap exhaust, with a dynamo meter car. This was used means of weight car for measuring various aspects of locomotive performance, including technical effort, pulling force, power, top speed, etc. And there it is, an A4. One 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 of the best engines I've ever seen. Well, 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 in the retro race episode of Top Gear, Jeremy Clarkson explains his hometown of Doncaster, on the hometown of the A1 and the hometown of the A4, which is the Mallard. Also, in a future video, I'll explain the A1. I think I'll explain the A1 in a minute. Look at all these engines, and yeah. Olin, which is based off of an A4, also is preserved at the National Railway Museum in York. Now here's the A1. A1 locomotive. Now here's the A1 locomotive trust. Well, the A1, which is Tornado, number 60163. This was a mainline coal-fired steam locomotive built in Johnson, England, completed in 2008. Tornado was the first such locomotive built in the UK since Evening Star, the last steam locomotive built by British Railways in 1960. It's based off a peppercorn class A1. Well, this was named after a combat jet called Peniva Tornado. As of April this year, Tornado became the first steam locomotive to officially reach 100 miles per hour in over 50 years on British railroads. The designer of peppercorn builder between 1994 and 2008 by the A1 Steam Locomotive Trust. There's the valve gear of 60103. The tender body changes to the original. It was modified a little bit with these cab electric things. While the loco at this point still works in grey livery, the inside cabs are unfinished in the apple green livery. It was modified where necessary to better suit modern manufacturing techniques. Has two whistles, a standard linear teapot whistle in the cab front, and the next linear chime whistle from the linear A4, the Golden Eagle, located behind the red deflector. Has an all-weather boiler, a steel firebox, a one-piece frame, roll bearings, improved front bogie, improved steam circuit, ultra-tender cold water balance for more water, over weight reduction, upright electrical supplies, primary air brakes. Has automatic brakes, LED cluster-based head and tail lamps, vacuum braking, an inch reduction in overall height, overhead line equipment. It's supposed to meet the OLE regulations. An AWS, TPWS, on-day recorder, and European route traffic management system. Also has a radio. There's the tender, the boiler, the motion wheel set. Also, it's used for passenger operation too. Also, it's operated on the Railroad. On here, you turn out the GCR run a headboard for the 125th anniversary of the Boys Brigade event. It's just, yeah, it's just like the Boy Scouts. Little mainline trains. Check it out. It's kinda nice too. Operation top speed through kinetic speed through Peterborough. Was 2004. It was stopped for 90 miles an hour. 100 miles per hour running. Funding, sponsorship. It was operated by the A1 Steam Locomotive Trust. And here's the Top Gear race. It was raced to the north. It was between. It was between Tornado, a Jagger XK120, and a Vincent Black Shadow. And here's the XJ120. It was ceased production in 1940 due to the war. Has a 3 point. Yeah, that is off topic. Yeah, also that's the Castillo Express Rail Tour, race conditions. The race started with a platform around King's Cross Station, and finishing at was the bar and the Belmore Hotel, which like with the walking distance to the exit of the Edinburgh Waverley Station. It was an A1 designed against the car. The bike allowed to use the A1 road, namesake the A1. Also, the rail route was taken by Tornado on the East Coast Main Line. It was roughly almost 400 miles. The A1 road was longer than that. To St. Paul's Cathedral, not King's Cross. Fisher started with the blast of Tornado's whistle. Tornado left approximately 90 to 120 seconds due to late delays in the camera crew on board the support coach. Yet it was delayed. There it is. There's Tornado. It was a charter train. So that was the A4 and the A1. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe for more vlogs. Like and comment and turn on that notifications bell. Keep being awesome. Be sure to give me a follow on Twitter at ADIceman. Also give me a follow on Google Plus. Thank y'all for watching. Says next time. Peace out, my dudes. I think I'll be doing. I think we'll be doing these train vlogs more often. Later, dudes. Peace out.